Hey everybody, it's Sayward again from FindYourDivinity.com, and today I thought that we would begin our travel into the Veil. So, as you know, Samhain is coming. I'm super excited. I know that you guys are excited. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we also call it Halloween, okay? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So excited. So, that being said, when we meet Mabon, okay, or Ostara, for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere. When we meet Mabon, we are celebrating the gathering and celebrating the harvest and celebrating like the results of things that we've put into place. When we move into Samhain, we are now talking about moving between the veil. They talk about how the veil is thinning, okay? And basically what that is that the connection between the spirit world and our physical reality as we know it right now, that bond strengthens. It's coming closer. So the thing that separates us, the veil, right, is becoming smaller. It's thinning. That's what they're saying. So we're getting this way stronger connection with spirit, and this is the time when the dark is coming in, okay? This is the time when a lot of people are starting to do shadow work. Now, I thought that we'd have to address this question in probably a number of videos because I think that it's such a big, not only like, I'm sorry, I can't think of exactly what to say about it because there's so much to say about shadow work. So let's just start this way. What is shadow work? Shadow work is the term that we give for when we're taking a downtime, when we're doing a lot of inner processing, when we're doing a lot of inner transformation, when we're doing a lot of self-observation, okay? Shadow work is a time when not only are we looking at ourselves, but we're looking at the people around us. We're investigating our relationships. If you've been watching my videos, I told you recently that it's time to clear stuff out. It's time to take a look at the people who are for you and who aren't for you and to like really gather your tribe, right? I've been talking a lot about this because I know the cycles and I know what's coming and I know where we're headed and I know where we're going, and it's perfectly natural. But in order for you to get the best work that you can this winter, in order for you to do the most work that you can this winter, it's going to involve some shadow work. So, wintertime is great for this, and we know in winter that the dark has overtaken the light, right? Our times of darkness are literally longer than our times of daylight. This is a time of divine feminine. This is a time when a lot of people think that it's too cold or that the weather isn't right to be going out. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, that is. You know, we're really trying to stay in, to cloister, to cover ourselves, to protect ourselves, to nestle in, to hibernate, whatever you want to call it, okay? We all kind of feel this draw. And when you look at our traditional holidays, right, we have Thanksgiving and then we have Christmas. Well, these are times that we're going to be coming together as well. So, for us, of course, that's Yule. However, that being said, across the board, this is a time for a lot of us when we are staying in and when we are associating with our close family and when we are giving thanks for the things that we have and spending a lot of time to ourselves and inside. So this shadow work is... People ask me, well, how do I do shadow work? How do I do shadow work? And I'm always kind of fazed by the question, and that's also why I want to talk about it, because talking about this helps me to learn and figure things out too. But that being said, I'm always fazed when I get that question because I'm not sure how you just start doing shadow work. For me, in my experience, I'm not usually always having the choice to do shadow work. One day I wake up and I think about something that's happened in my life and I don't feel great. But the work in that is realizing why I don't feel great, realizing what that thought is doing to me, how that thought is affecting not only my physical body, but my mental, my emotional, my spiritual bodies. What is that thought? What is that memory? What is that past experience? What is that doing to me now? Okay? I take a look at that, I see what it's doing to me now, and I decide if I'm okay with that and I want to keep that, or if I'm done with that, that's not for me, that's not where I'm trying to go, that's not supporting me, that's not healthful to me. And then if I decide that, then I got to figure out how I'm going to let that go, right? This is shadow work. This is looking at the dark pieces of yourself, the people around you, your environment, your past, your present, what you want your future to be. It's taking a look at all of these things that may be uncomfortable, may be unpleasant to us, may generate feelings of anxiety, sadness, frustration, anger, rage, all of these things that, I don't want to say that in public, okay? All of that crap that you can't be out there throwing a freaking fit because things are fucking crazy! All of that, yeah, you gotta deal with it. And that's shadow work. So, from that point of view, you can see why it's important. You can also see why a lot of times you don't plan to be doing it. Now, people sometimes, a lot of my witch friends will really they go in cycles, and I'm almost picking up people's cycles just by having paid enough attention. So, I recommend that you pay attention to your friends as well, especially if they're practitioners themselves. Over a couple years, you will start to see that these people have this ebb and flow. And that's really what I've realized. This is really what I want you guys to realize, is that we cannot all be 100% all of the time. Okay? If you are a person who's putting yourself out as a practitioner, as a healer, as a witch, whatever it is, you very much want to be like this perfect, godlike, higher self, divine person. And of course you are, but you cannot be that all the time, okay? It's hard for me to, be honest with people about the way that I feel all of the time. And a lot of the time when I'm not responding and doing things, it's because I'm doing shadow work, okay? What I want you to take from that is to understand that, one, just because a person doesn't answer you doesn't mean that they don't love you anymore. And two, it's okay if you don't answer other people because you got shit going on. Alright? Shadow work is a real freaking thing. We have got to go through the things that have happened, the things that lay in our subconscious and our semi-conscious, right? We gotta go through them. We gotta talk about them. We gotta process them. When is the better time to do that? When you're supposed to be out enjoying the sunshine and all of the nature, or when you're trapped inside anyway? Right? This is the nature, this is the flow, this is a cycle, and you are a part of it. There's nothing at all wrong with feeling like you need to step away, you need to take a day, a week, a month, whatever. If you need to disconnect and separate yourself from the things that you currently have going on, do it. My only advice to you is to do that unapologetically. We all need time. There's no shame in needing a break. There's no shame in feeling your feelings. There's no shame in talking about the things that bother you, the things that are good for you, the things that you worry about. There's no shame, okay? For a lot of you, you guys have these blocked up throat chakras. Why? Because you're so concerned about the way that other people perceive you. You're so concerned about, well, yeah, I feel that way, but I don't want to do that to this person. I don't want to put that on this person. God damn it, your friend should be there for you to take that shit, okay? Don't use it, don't abuse it, obviously, but you have things to say. You have things that have happened. You have truths that people need to hear. And it's okay. It's okay to share them. It's okay not to share them. It's okay to take care of yourself, however that is. But you have got to do that. And you have got to remove the shame from taking care of yourself. So many of the things in the past that bother us, that haunt us, that continue to provoke anxiety, sadness, and sickness within us are based in shame. Do yourself a favor this week. Find a way to let that go. It's not your fault. You can do better. You don't have to live like this. Let it go. And when you start doing that, and when you start taking a look at those thoughts, when you start looking at them head on and challenging them for who, what, and how they were created, that's shadow work. See you guys tomorrow.